Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, there's a lot of things to talk about today, from Carnival changing 11 itineraries for this year on 4 ships. We have the Yukon is coming to agreement, so there's going to be tours from Alaska into Canada. That's a good thing. Just more news. That's right. Even though we have the hard thing with Canada, when you fly into Canada to take a cruise, you have to have your COVID test only 1 day beforehand if it's an antigen test, but you can go 3 days if you get a PCR test. And remember, that's for fully vaccinated passengers, meaning at least 2 doses. It hasn't changed to boosters or anything like that. Right now, it's still 2 doses. That's a good thing. Yukon and the governments there in Alaska just announced that they've come to agreements with cross-border tours. They've eased restrictions. They were working for the last few months on how to get people back and forth so buses can go and tour operators can operate like bike trails, kayaking, Northern Lights tours, all kinds of things, wildlife tours in the Yukon from Alaska, and everybody seems to be happy except the White Pass Railroad and the Yukon Railroad. So they're still not going to cross the border. They will stop beforehand and then turn around. What they're going to do for the ones that were supposed to meet up with buses in the Yukon, I'm not sure. But they say, they say there's going to be delays and things like that. While the bus tours aren't saying they're going to have any delays, it's going to be normal. I'm not sure exactly what the process was, but it's a huge industry, the White Pass and Yukon Railway. And for them to make a decision not to go, you'd think they would have been able to work something out by now. It's been 2 years in the making, folks. You think somebody would have come up with some solutions way ahead of time for this to happen. But unfortunately, that's not the case in Alaska. We'll see what happens. It's all happening now, so we don't know if it's going to be tours affected or anything right now. Even the cruise lines are up in the air. What does this mean? What does this mean? We don't know yet. So we'll have to take a look and see what happens going forward. A little bit of good news as well, though. Besides the White Pass is bad, but the Yukon tours are still going to be able to happen. That's good news. We have Royal Caribbean has started construction on their brand new Oasis Class ship, and that is going to be called Utopia of the Seas. Boy, there's going to be a lot of Oasis Class ships to choose from going forward. The Wonder just started sailing a month ago, so a brand new one coming out in 2024. Only 2 short years away. That's really not a long time between Oasis Class ships, so that's a good thing. It's another $1 billion ship to come. If it's anything like the Wonder, I did like a lot of the changes they made on the Wonder with the 1 flow rider instead of 2, more kids areas, the big screen, the lounge areas, a new restaurant. I did enjoy a lot of what they did on the Wonder of the Seas. Hopefully, the pandemic stuff is all behind us, and when they launch that ship, it's all ready. The entertainment is ready and everything. There's no delays getting people trained on how to do the acts and things like that, like there was, unfortunately, for the Wonder, which was a bit of a bummer when you're on the inaugural sailing and you want to show everybody all the great stuff on board, and then, we don't have this show, and this show's not ready yet, and we don't have our prop. You saw what I mean. It was a bit of a downer for showing everybody that wonderful ship, because it is a beautiful ship, and I'm sure everything's up and running by now. At least I hope it is, because it deserves to have everything running, and because the acts looked like they were going to be great. And now Carnival making changes on a lot of their itineraries, but before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It really does help the channel out. A lot of people are saying, well, how does it help the channel out if I subscribe? What real difference does that make? it tells you to people are watching cruising content, and they take their algorithm and they send it out to more people to see maybe more people are interested. And that's how it helps the channel grow. It doesn't cost any money. They don't charge you anything. They don't do anything like that. But it really does help the channel grow and keep the content coming. And again, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, Carnival Cruise Line has just announced 4 ships itinerary changes from May all the way up into September. A lot of them coming in Alaska, but one of them was really surprising. The Carnival Magic was supposed to sail up into Bermuda for a 4-day cruise, and now that cruise is going to be a 4-day Canada cruise. So like this way, but now you're going this, like it's not even close to the same itinerary as far as in your mind, right? Canada's a very different cruise than Bermuda. So that was a very surprising change. No reasoning behind it. The other sailings going to Bermuda from that ship is still going forward. Really no understanding, no explanation of why they made that changes. Other things that they changed is like a ship will be going into Juneau and was scheduled to leave at 8 p.m. and now will leave at 5 p.m. Again, no real answers to why they're going to leave 3 hours earlier than scheduled. My guess would be that Alaska is super busy this year. Carnival is sending more ships than they've ever sent before, not to mention the other cruise lines that are there, like Princess, Holland America, Royal, Disney, etc. Well, maybe the cruise ports are going to be a little bit crowded and they have to make way for each other to get in and out and have enough time for passengers to do and enjoy the ports. I think Skagway and Juneau at one point said they're going to have up to 7 ships in port in one day. That could be an awful lot in a small town setting. So this could be the reasoning behind some of those changes. Like Carnival Magic, Carnival Splendor, Carnival Spirit, Carnival Miracle, all of those ships are having an itinerary change. Most of them coming on the Miracle. The Miracle has 7 itinerary changes during that time period. And there's really, again, no real explanation why, but you must imagine that it's mostly probable logistics. Something's going on in the schedule that they have to move things around in order to try and get the best experience possible. However, if you're on that July cruise on the Magic and you're hoping to go to Bermuda, you might be looking for a new cruise. Now they are reaching out to their guests and you'll be able to change your cruise or get a refund, especially if it's that one that completely changed the itinerary. It's not like you're just missing a cruise port. It's completely, the wrong direction, shall we say. Although, hey, Canada Cruise, nothing wrong with that, especially in July. Beautiful weather up in the Maritimes. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.